So much, yeah, so much. So tell me, can you feel it? So much, yeah, so much. Then make that dizzy. So much love, so much. Senegal, can you feel it?
This one sounds like one of the guests I met yesterday. I said, my sister, what's your name? Angelina. Are you married? Yes. Who is your husband? Jesus Christ. I said, now lie. Now lie. Because if it's the same Jesus that I know, he's in heaven. The Jesus that you are looking at is me, and him, and him. If you keep waiting for Jesus, you wait for a long time. Because when Jesus comes back, I'm going home with him. Yes. We don't waste much of your time. I'm going to let the superstars talk to you per second. Come. Please, give up for these ladies. Give up for them. So, do you have any questions for any one of them? Do you have any questions for any of the kids? Any questions? One question.
What about now? I know you don't have a big understanding, but you're going to go places. And I know a lot of producers are here, and I'm sure they're looking forward to work with you. So once you're there forcing you, I want you to feel it inside of you, that this is something. You watch children on television too, you're American TV, you can do it. And they're ready for you. Amazing.
Hi, welcome again to another installment of Unveiling Africa, one handsome face at a time. We're going to talk today to a wonderful man, as you can see here. His name is Pascal Atuma. Pascal, you're going to tell us about you. Who are you? Who is Pascal?
Well, Pascal Atuma is an African born in Nigeria, born and raised. Moved to the US 16 years ago. So studied theater, studied engineering for my dad and my mom. But when I came to America, I studied theater and moved to Hollywood 9 years ago. And by God's grace, today I have 7 feature films to my name, produced and directed. Yeah.
Wow, that's very inspirational.
Yeah, my latest movie I just finished. I shot with Billy D. Williams, Lynn Whitfield, Doug Williams, Tanji Miller, Chico Benamon from Half and Half, Brian Hooks from the Eve Show.
Very interesting.
We just finished shooting about 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Interesting. And what was the film about?
The movie is titled The Trace. It's a crime drama. It's the first time I'm going as a comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a natural born comedian, as I can see.
Yeah, most of my movies are comedy. Yeah.
I had a wonderful opportunity to interview one of your co-stars, a young child co-star, Sean Anderson.
Sean, yeah.
And he told me, he said, if you meet Mr. Pascal, he is so funny. I said, how funny can he be? And I just saw you today in your premiere of The Troublesome Child, and you were just too horrendous. You were just horrendous. You're too funny.
Thank you very much.
But
Thank you very much.
what else do you do? Do you now go behind the scenes, or you just?
Yeah, I write, direct, and produce my own movies. Yeah, and I play the lead when I want to, and depending on the target audience. Like this one that we just did, The Trace, the target audience is the Americans and the European market. So my role was very small. So I had the Americans play for the Americans. You know what I'm saying? So we had like, the cast members were 60% Caucasians and 35% African Americans.
And how do you inspire these people to come and or act in your movies? You know, you just walk up to anybody and say, "Come act for me."
You know,
what do you tell them?
You know, I've been in the game for a long time now. You know, so it's a game of you've been around too long. You know, you've paid your price. Now it's time for the industry to pay you. You know what I'm saying? So I started in Hollywood as extra. I used to be a bouncer, bartender, personal trainer. You know, so I went on the 9 years in Hollywood. So now it's our group. We are now in position to run the business.
Good to know.
Especially within the African American community. Yeah. So after the Tyler Perry, we got next. So,
wow.
You know.
Did you have you ever met Tyler Perry?
No, I've never met Tyler Perry. No, I've never, but I love him. You know, he's doing what all of us want to do, and him being comedy and I'm comedy, you can only appreciate.
I can only imagine the explosion when you do meet. Okay.
Yeah,
now, what inspiration do you leave to others now of you know, an African background coming to America? You know, how would you inspire them to become who you are or be like you when they grow up?
Just follow your dreams, stick to your dreams, and don't ever listen to anybody that tell you you can't do it because you have an accent, you can't do it because you don't have any green card, you can't do it because you're not American. I'm sorry to use language, that's BS. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
Follow your dreams, don't let them give you the job, create the job.
That's what I was told too, because I wanted to break into you know, acting and modeling, and people said, "Oh, you're too ethnic," or "You're too," or "You have an accent," or you're too short," or this or the other. And you know what? Like you just said, you create your own show, you create your own films.
When you're the writer, the director, the producer, my sister, you can play any role you want, and you can put anybody you want in the movie. You can do whatever you want, but you know, beside the passion that is the business, as long as it's commercially doable, and you can return that money. Yeah, the only way out is to create a job.
Now, where do you go from there, Mr. Pascal?
Where do I go from here?
Yeah.
I think my career so far, I'm grateful to God. I thank God, but I think I've only done about 5%.
Wow. So we have more to see about.
95.
Oh Lord, I can't wait to see that. Now, one of the things I always ask ask my guests so that audience can know, because we're unveiling Africa, is things about Africa that I'm going to ask you. Like, what's your favorite African dish?
Fufu pandadi.
Oh my gosh, what kind of soup?
Okra soup.
Oh, you number one. Everyone always says egusi soup.
No, egusi.
You like okra like my husband.
You know, being in Hollywood, we're a little bit health conscious. You know what I'm saying? So egusi is fatty. You know
I believe you. You look very healthy.
Okra soup is vegetable mashed together. You know, so you can't lose with that.
That's true.
Yeah, you can.
Another question I like to ask my guests is, if you're given the opportunity to go to Africa, because one of my goals actually with this show is to go all over Africa and show the world what Africa is all about. So I will spend like a few days letting them know about a particular country, the country, the culture, the arts, whatever they feature in that country. Now, if you have the opportunity to go to any country, and I say, come on, let's go, Pascal, what two countries would you like to go to in Africa right now?
I was born and raised in Nigeria. So the majority of things I know about the culture of Africa is what I know about Nigeria. So I would take them straight to my village and show them where I came from.
What other country?
Oh, I like two countries in Africa.
That's what I gave you the opportunity to do.
I like Benin Republic and I like Gabon.
Why?
You know, I've been to those countries, all over the countries I've been, there's peace. Okay. You know, where you go and you feel peace. Gabon is like a small island, a French colony.
Yes.
You know, so that place right there, people are not too materialistic.
Which is very rare in this world of ours today.
Yeah, people in Gabon, they're not too materialistic. They're happy people. Benin Republic, the same. They're not too into the flashy cars and all that. They're just happy people. So, and then when you come in there, you feel the peace. So, I love peace. So, if I'm to choose outside Nigeria, I would actually choose those countries over Nigeria. I'm sorry to say that, but you know, born and raised in Nigeria, yeah, I give Nigeria number one, but peace-wise, Benin Republic, Gabon, or Togo.
Wow,
Even though Togo had their little problem there,
Absolutely,
it didn't used to be like that. You know what I'm saying? But there's some peaceful countries in Africa.
I like what you said, that you don't want materialism. You don't like materialism. You know?
No,
and it's very important these days that we try and rise above that, because the world is all into
it's not about
grab,
that.
grab, grab.
It's not about that. You know, when I was in my hotel room today getting ready for this show, they called me and told me one of my very good friends, the young girl of 28 who just graduated from law school, just died.
What happened?
That's what we don't know yet. So when they called me and gave me that news, I went on Facebook to actually see if this is real. And I went on Facebook and I'm seeing RIP and RIP, RIP, you know what I'm saying? I just sat in my room and said, man,
What a life.
this world right here is not, it's not really about the cars and the houses and the planes. It's what can you live in this world that if your light is off right now, what can people remember you for?
And that was my ultimate question for you. What are you going to leave behind? What's your legacy of
So like that lady, that girl right now, her name is Debbie Emengini. She just got from Arkansas Law School. I remember that chick to always be someone that's always happy. You see what I'm saying? So I know that one thing I remember about her is that she's always happy. You see, like me, when my journey is done in this world, I want people to remember me as somebody that did my best. You know, I don't know if you're a Christian.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
My name is Christine.
Okay, Christine.
Follower of Christ.
If you go into the Bible, there's two Pauls in the Bible. One Paul in the Old Testament and one in the New Testament, the Saul that was meant to Paul.
Right.
The one in the Old Testament, when he finished his race, he said, God, I played a fool of myself. But the Paul in the New Testament says, God, I did my best. You see what I'm saying? Yes. I want to be, at the end of the day, be really proud to stand tall and say, God, I did my best.
I'm very proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you that it's so deeply spiritual.
Yeah.
I would never have expected that of someone like Pascal.
Are you serious?
Such a comedian.
This is all the show.
The facade, not the real man.
Nah, the real man. This is the real man.
Oh wow! Yeah. Now we see the real man. So is a handsome man like you married? Or are you single? Are you available to our wonderful audience out there? I'm
still looking for that spiritual woman that can do what my mom used to do when she was alive. Yeah, my mom's job when she was alive was to pray for us. Pray for us. Pray for us. So if I can find a woman that can do that,
may God help you find that person.
Yeah, but outside that, right now, you know, being an African, Africans always think that your job in the world is to come and get married and have children.
Yeah,
no. God has a goal for everybody. God has a job for everybody. Yes. And I think I'm doing mine. Mine is to do comedy, use comedy to deliver messages and make my people happy like you saw tonight.
Yes.
Even if it's 5 minutes of them being happy, that I can do in any city. Last weekend I was in Sydney, Australia. Wow. Yeah, I hosted the Afro-Australian Awards. When I was living in Sydney, one thing I was happy when I boarded the flight is that everybody that came to the show left happy. You see what I'm saying? That's my job.
I totally agree with you. And I wish you the very best doing this. Is there anything else you'd like to tell my viewers about Pascal? What should they look out for? What's your final message?
I'm going to get to the top of the game.
Amen.
By God's grace. Yeah.
Just don't forget to put poor little ones like us.
No, because it's not about me anymore. You know, you get to a point in your life when it's no longer about you, about me. It's not about a wider, broader audience. Now it's about what can Pascal Atuma do for Africa in Hollywood.
That's
what it is
our message.
For me right now.
That's our message.
Yeah, it's no longer about me.
No.
About me, I've crossed that stage. You know, I can decide to be lazy and I will eat for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? But right now, it's what at the end of the day, when all is said and done, what did I do for Africa in Hollywood?
I am so proud to be in your presence today.
Yeah, that's
and you actually answered, before I even asked you the question, you answered what I wanted to get out of you.
Wow.
As if you read my mind. What would you do at the end of the day for Africa? In whatever field you find yourself in. Okay. I, in my little way, try to showcase, espouse the greatness of Africa, the beauty of Africa, the handsomeness of Africa, and what we can do for the world. So with people like you around, I'm sure Africa will never be dark anymore.
Yeah, we're gonna
be the
go
new
far.
light continent.
Yeah, we're gonna go. Africa is a beautiful continent, blessed by God.
Yes.
We just need to
Get good leaders.
get good leaders and forget about the materialism.
Yes.
Life is not about material
No,
stuff.
I agree.
Because you can buy 20 buildings, buy 500 Lamborghinis, but one day, when God says it's over,
It's over. And none of those things go down in the grave with you.
nobody's gonna remember you for
No,
this. They
no.
will remember you for the
What
lives
you did for people.
you were able to change, for the impact you were able to make into the world.
Right.
You know, it's not good to be a passenger in the world. It's good to be a
Driver.
driver. Drive something so that when you leave, like the guy that invented Apple,
Yes.
the Apple
Steve
guy,
Jobs.
he's gone.
Yeah.
But people like us today, every day of our lives, we benefit from
From his-
what he left in this world. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
I cannot pray without my laptop. But somebody took his time and delivered what God sent him to this world to deliver. And when his job was done,
It was done.
so
Nice talking to you. Pascal
Thank you very
Atuma at the premiere of Troublesome Child,
Troublesome Child.
in Rhode Island.
Thank you so much.
Nice talking to you.
Thanks for having
And I wish you
me.
the very best, and I know
Thank
you
you
will
very
be the
much.
king of the hill.
We're gonna play the
Thank
game.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
All
making
right.
Africa proud.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Africa, so much, yeah, so much. So tell me, can you feel it?
Hi, once again I'm at the premiere of Troublesome Child here in Providence, Rhode Island, and I happen to have the opportunity to meet with some of the cast members, and her name is
Cassandra Killingham.
beautiful Cassandra Killingham is in a movie, and it was a wonderful movie. She's going to tell us more about her role in this movie, and also about her life in general. Who is Cassandra, and how did she get to this point in her life? Cassandra, welcome to my show, Kristen.
I'm happy to be here.
Same here. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Who is Cassandra? Tell us a little bit about you.
Who am I? I'm a student. I'm a worker. I'm a daughter, sister. I'm basically just a fun person to be around. I love to be around people. I love learning new things and trying new experiences. So that's pretty much a little bit about who I am as a person.
Thank you. You know, you say you have ties to Africa because we are Unveiling Africa here.
Yeah.
And one thing I like to do is to espouse our goodness, our sweetness, our beauty, our talents. So, what ties do you have to Africa?
My mother is from Liberia, Monrovia, Liberia, and that makes
And
me.
that's in West Africa.
Yeah.
So that makes her, a first generation African American. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever? Do you eat African foods?
Yes, I've grown up eating African
African
food
foods.
since I was a baby.
Wow. What's your favorite?
My favorite, oh gosh, I love cassava leaf, I love palm butter, I love jello fries, I love fufu and soup.
Oh, what's your favorite soup?
My favorite soup, goodness, there's too many. There's way too many, but one of my favorites is fufu and soup. I grew up off of that, and cassava leaf and potato greens.
That's good. That's great. That's good. Now, you were in Troublesome Child.
Yeah.
And you were the sister to, or the aunt to the Troublesome Kid.
Yeah. To the
Sean Anderson. You know, I had him on my show, and he was spectacular.
Yeah.
That boy's gonna go places. Now, tell me, how long have you been playing? Acting in movies?
In movies, I haven't been acting that long. I've only been acting for the past year. So
You did a great job for someone who just started.
Thank you.
That was good. That was
it's
good.
really nerve-wracking, but so far I've only acted in 2 movies. This is my second movie, Troublesome Child, and my first movie was Open Relationship, which came out last June of 2011. And basically, Janet in Troublesome Child, she's basically the aunt to the child and the sister to his mother, and she takes her sister and her nephew in and helps them out. And while she's helping them out, she's going through like a bunch of drama with the nephew. So she ends up just doesn't even want anything to do with him after a while. So that's pretty much about my character and who I play in the movie.
And how did you prepare for that character? Did you have to do a lot of preparation for it, or was it a natural thing to come by? Because I remember asking Shonda about this in my interview with him, and he said it came naturally. So I said, "Oh, you must be a troublesome child," and he said, "Well, I kind of sometimes."
Yeah.
So how did you have to handle your part in the play?
I wouldn't say it came naturally. I would say I really have to get into the character, have to study. You really have to study the script and try to encompass what that character possesses. You know what I mean? And to prepare for the role, I basically just had to read my lines and study as much as I could and try to figure out who Janet really is, what kind of person she is.
Very good, very good, very good. So are you going to be doing more acting?
Hopefully. I really enjoy. It's a lot of hard work. It's not as easy as it looks.
I know.
But I really enjoy like the end product of it. Wow. And just entertaining and stuff.
And how's your life changed since you said the acting? And you're now a celebrity. People will stop you on the road and say, "Oh, I know you."
Well, not really a celebrity. Providence is so small; everyone knows everyone, anyways. Yeah. So, but a few people recognize me from Open Relationship. Yeah. They've said, "Oh, I seen you in the movie" or whatever. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm getting into acting." People are now
taking you seriously.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Good luck. I wish you all the best.
Oh,
before you go, I'm talking about Africa. So, what two countries in Africa, if you had the opportunity to go to? Have you been to Liberia?
Never been out of the country.
I guess that would be one of the countries you would love to go to.
Definitely.
And what other country would you like to
Nigeria
go to?
would be
Nigeria.
the other country.
And why?
Why? Just the people, the atmosphere. I really want to get into Nollywood. So, and isn't that the base? That's the base.
Yes.
So
actually, yes.
I would want to like be around the people and start networking and stuff like that in Nigeria and just get a feel for a different culture.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, being part African, what do you expect to see come out of that continent eventually? Because we wouldn't hear too many positive things or too many nice things about it. In fact, some children refuse to be called Africans because of all the negativity.
Yeah.
So that's why I do this show, because I want to show the world that Africa or anything that connects into Africa is not all bad.
It's not, but the media makes Africa look like it's bad. It has a bad connotation to it.
Right.
Like Black Americans, they feel like being African is something negative, and it's not. It's something that you should embrace because that's part of who you are, and that's where you come from.
Glad to hear that.
I don't know that whole thing with the negative connotation. That's just the media, and people just need to be more strong-minded about that.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
totally. So what are you gonna do for them if you ever have an opportunity to do something for the Africans, your brothers and sisters?
What to do? I don't even know, honestly. But hopefully to be a good representation, represent people well.
Of the people.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's been so nice talking to you. I wish you all the best in your life. I know you're going to go places. And if I must say this, every time I look at you and talk to you, you know who you remind me of?
Who?
Jennifer Hudson.
Oh my gosh! How did I know you was going to say Jennifer Hudson?
So, take it as a compliment. You favor her real good.
Wow, that is really crazy. Yeah. And I don't really think I look like her at all.
I think your mannerisms.
Really?
Yeah.
So much.
Thank you again for watching me and Cassie talk about her life as a new actress and espousing the beauty of Africa from our own eyes. Thank you again.
Thank you,
Cassie.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So much love, so much. Senegal, can you feel it? So much, yeah.
Hi, welcome again to another installment of Unveiling Africa. I'm here at the premiere of Troublesome Child in Providence, Rhode Island, and I have one of the actresses in the movie. Her name is
Lisa Tapa.
Another unveiling of her beauty, and she's from Liberia. She's going to tell us a little bit more about herself and what she did in the movie, why she did what she did, and a little bit more talk about Africa. Welcome. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Tell me about you.
My name is Lisa Tapa from Africa. I'm a single mother, 3 kids.
Wow.
Oh, there she is. Yeah. And I love movie. I love to have fun. I just love good time.
Good. Where from Liberia are you from?
I'm from Nima.
Nima?
Yeah.
Oh, where's that part? Where's Nima?
Nima is
Because
like...
my audience doesn't know that.
Yeah, Nima is another dialect, like Gil.
Okay.
Yeah, my Gil girl from Nima country.
I guess Liberians will know what she's talking about.
Yeah, they know, they understand.
Okay. I noticed that you were the the waitress in the movie.
Yes.
And you were a little naughty. What were you trying to do during that sequence or scenes?
No, I was just, acting like a waitress, just trying to see what you were up to. Because, men, every time they take a beautiful woman to the restaurant, they always got something to say. So that's why I was just like looking at him up and down like, oh my God, what is he about to say?
Yeah.
And all that.
Did he ever say anything?
No, not really.
Were you expecting to say anything?
Maybe, will you marry me? Or something.
And what do you think his woman would say? If he had said that to you?
I'm going to tell her, girl, do not, because he's just fooling you.
That's what we're looking for, actually. All right, tell me. Lisa, how did you get to this point acting? How did you get into acting?
From the day I entered to America, all I dream of was acting, because I love to be behind the scene. I love movies. Like you enter in my house, all you see in my house is Nigerian's movie. Because I always see myself like one day I'm going to be behind the scene. I'm going to act. That's what I dream of.
That is wonderful, and you're actually doing it now.
Yeah.
That is. So, how do you inspire younger ones to come to follow your path?
For me, what I would tell other people, follow your dream. Whatever you want to do in life, do it. Do it with all your heart. Sometimes people may tell you, oh, you can't do it, but they love you. What you believe in, go for it.
I agree with you.
Because when I started, oh girl, you can't act. Acting is different from talking in the house. And all I tell them, you know what?
I want to do it. Yes.
I will do it. That's what I want.
Good for you, Lisa. Now, what's your favorite food?
I love potato greens.
Potato greens.
Yeah.
How is it made?
You cook it two different ways. It's the leaf. You either fry it or you just boil and put red oil in there.
Okay. And what do you eat it with? Is it like a sauce?
Yeah, it's a soup, not like American soup. I'm talking about real African soup.
Yeah. It has meat, fish, everything in it.
Yeah, you put everything in it. Eat it with rice.
See, one of the reasons I do this is because I want to espouse and tell the world more about Africa, what we eat, what we do, who we are, why we do what we do, what makes us tick. So that's why I ask questions like that, because my viewers would say, what's she talking about? But we want to know. That's why I ask you, what's potato leaves? You may know it, and you say, what's she asking me a stupid question like that for? But your viewers don't know that.
Yeah.
So what other countries besides Liberia would you like to travel to in Africa? If I said, let's go today, listen.
For me, like, my dream is movies, so I would love to go to Nigeria.
Everybody wants to go to Nigeria. Hey, Nigeria.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. And what other country in Africa?
In Africa, the next country I probably go to South Africa.
South Africa, yes. I've heard that too. Why would you like to go to South Africa?
I don't know. I love music, and from them, they sing and everything. So I want to go and see, like, because the history, and I want to go and really know more about that.
People.
Yeah.
Miriam Makeba was a very spectacular singer. God rest her soul, she's dead. But she sang those really authentic South African music that spread around the world and brought awareness to Africa, South Africa especially. And she was one of the activists to bring about the end of apartheid. Oh, wow. So that's a good country to go know more about. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming. I enjoyed talking to you, and I wish you the very best in your your career. And I pray to see you doing bigger and better things.
I pray so too.
Don't forget me and come back to our show.
I will.
You're a friend and a family now, so you're always a friend and family to Unveiling Africa. Welcome. Thank you. Nice to talk to you, Lisa. Once again, we have another beautiful face unveiling of Africa, and we welcome you to always watch our show. Thank you. Goodbye.
I just can't see how we living without it. So much love to give. Don't miss, don't miss.
Hi, once again, I have here at the premiere of Troublesome Child in Providence, Rhode Island, our beautiful actress who actually was the mother of the Troublesome Child in the movie. Please introduce yourself to us, to my viewers.
My name is Roxy Savera.
Roxy Savera, welcome. Thank you to my show. Thank you so much for coming. Tell me, Roxy, where are you from? Who is Roxy?
Roxy is born in Nigeria, raised in London, grew up in Trinidad and came to America.
Very spectacular background. Ooh,
Yes.
I've never met one like this. I thought I had a very colorful background, but she beats me with this one. How did you get to go to all these different places after being born in Nigeria?
Actually, my mom left Nigeria when I was about a couple of months old. From there, we went straight to London. In London, everyone's saying America was the best place to come to for college and school. So I came here at the age of 13. My mom and dad ended up having separation and ended up divorced. And then the person that she started talking to ended up in in Trinidad.
Okay.
So we ended up going to Trinidad, and then I came back to America.
Wow, very interesting.
Yes.
Interesting background, you know. I was born in England, so I was born in England, I went back to Nigeria to school and then came back to England, and then they said the same thing to me. It's so much better in America. Come to America. And I saw all the people who lived in England and people who lived in America. And I said, oh, I think I'll go to America.
Yeah, America
so that's how I ended up here.
America's beautiful.
It is a beautiful country and a lot of opportunity if you just have your head focused.
Focus, yes. It's a lot of focus.
So, tell me, how did you become an actress?
It's a funny thing, really. I went with a friend of mine to go pick up something from Java B's house, and while we was lifting up the equipment to leave, and he just kept asking me over and over, have you ever thought of being an actress before? And I was like, no, never crossed my mind before. But he says you should come back after you guys are done with your work, and just come and interview. I mean, what do they call it? Audition for me real quick. And I was like, okay. I came back, and I think he told me, you know, not to have a big head, but he said you're actually one of the first one that actually can cry in contact. So it was kind of cool.
That's interesting.
Yes.
So how many movies have you done with Javi?
Oh, with Mr. Jarvis, I've done two so far.
Okay.
Yes, but altogether I've done 4.
All right. We just saw the movie Troublesome Child, and I tell you, I had a wonderful opportunity to interview Sean, your son, in the movie, and he is such a smart boy.
Yes, he
for
is.
his age. He nailed those questions. He picked up fast. Yes,
very fast.
And he acted that part like a real troublesome child. You know, in my interview, I asked him, I said, "Are you a troublesome child?" And he said, maybe.
Yeah, he is.
He is so honest, you know,
he is.
and he played the part to a T that I cannot say anything but I think he is a little troublesome child.
He is,
but he's so smart he can control it.
He can control it.
Yeah.
I think he puts himself into the movie. That's why when we first started, the very first day, I remember sitting next to him, and I said to him, I said, don't be scared, you know, pretend like this is real life, like this is what you're supposed to do. So when you're reading it, just say, okay, this is what I'm trying to, you know, this is what I'm doing in my own life, you know. So put yourself into it, and it will look real. So it won't look like you're just reading a script or playing, you know. So he was like, okay. So he took that into account a lot.
That's good advice for him. That's good advice for him. So did you enjoy doing the movie, and why?
I enjoyed doing the movie, just like you said, because of Sean. He's a delight to work with. He's so smart. He picked up things. He learned everyone's line. He read the whole thing from beginning to end. Wow. So it was very cool that if I forget my line, he'll just lean over and I'm like, oh. So it was so cool working with him. He was absolutely wonderful. He was
I know he's going to go places, and I know you all too, because I could just see the natural vibes coming out from all of you. The only thing, like I said, I commented on Javi is, I don't know if it had anything to do with it, but the sound quality.
Sound. I don't know.
Because sometimes we couldn't hear the words that you were saying, and we knew they were interesting or exciting or funny, but we couldn't laugh with you.
Exactly.
So we hope that will pick up.
Of course, I hope so too.
Now, after doing Troublesome Child, what's in the works for you now? What's next?
I want to really do big ones, you know, Ghana, Nigeria. I'm actually going to Nigeria real soon, so I'm planning to find my favorite Genevieve.
Oh, she was here for the premiere of our show.
Yes, I know.
2 weeks ago, I interviewed her as well at the premiere.
Oh,
yes, she's a wonderful woman.
She's my idol, actually. I love her. I want to do movies with everybody. Whoever is wanting, I'm there, you know. So, but those are the 2 places I'm definitely wanting is Nigeria and Ghana. You know, Liberia as well. But anywhere that's willing to call, I'm going. So
I'm sure you're getting the calls.
Exactly.
Because you're working hard towards that.
Very, very working hard.
Now, what's your favorite food?
Don't laugh. Everyone will laugh. I don't even know, but I love fufu.
Everybody loves fufu, and you know what? Oh, and egusi soup.
I can cook everything. That's why when people look at me and they don't really see that I'm Nigerian from born, and I'm like, I can cook fufu. I can cook a jollof rice. I can cook anything you throw at me. Agbono, if you want to mention it.
That's
I can do all of that. But I love fufu. Is my favorite.
Wow. Okay, that's good. Are you married?
No, I'm not.
Well, the young men out there will be so pleased to know that you're pretty, can cook, can act, can do it, can bring the money, can bring home the bacon, as to say. What other countries in Africa? I know you said you wanted to go to Ghana and Nigeria because of the movie industry, but if we wanted to go outside of those 2, what other countries would you like to visit? Like, give me one more.
Liberia, like I said, I've heard so much about it. A lot of my friends, half the people you interviewed today, was half of them are all Liberian. Just this mention of how the country is, just want to experience it. I'm the type that will love to experience everywhere around the world.
Not for nothing, but Liberia is a very unique country because I think they have the first female president in Africa who just won the Nobel Peace Prize.
Exactly.
So she is just phenomenal, and actually that's one of my greatest wishes to interview her.
Oh my God!
I would love to hear how she came to that point, and how she has sustained her position as the first female African president.
That is awesome. It's phenomenal. It's very phenomenal.
Yeah. I love that. Now, after that, once it's said and done, how would you use your acting career to inspire or give back to the continent of Africa?
In music and all that, I know I just want, if I ever made it big to the part that I can be able to contribute, is definitely just helping out. I'm there to give out whatever they need. You know, I'm not a big philosophy that I can actually say this is what I'm able to do, but whatever they ask of me, I'm able to. That's just it. If I'm able to, I'm definitely going to do it.
And that's a good thing because you're willing to give of yourself.
Of myself.
Many people are not willing to do that. They cannot even give of themselves when they have it. So for you to even speak of it, it's powerful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming out and to talk to me from your busy schedule. And I wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
Keep in touch. You're now a friend of the show. You're always welcome to tell me bigger and better things that you're doing, so we can espouse to the audience and the viewers out there in the world. This is going to be aired on cable vision show channels all over America. In the New York area, there's several channels. You can check the local listings, and hopefully all over the world, because through the website people see what's going on.
Exactly.
And thank you so much again for coming, and wish you the best.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
God bless.
Thank you.
That wraps it up. Another beautiful face from Africa. We welcome you, our viewers and audience, to enjoy the beauty that we have, the talents and all. Thank you.
Sweet blackness, oneness.